Okay, Kohalayim Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shah, Hashem Wakwadash. My name is Lamadia from the New York camp. I'm going to give double honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone. And as always, I want to say shalom and blessing to the hopeful elect. So, the premise of this video, we're going to take a look at the word Bible. We're going to find out that who was this, who coined this term Bible, and who is this Bible for. Now, as far as the term Bible being coined, it was coined by a man named John.
Pull it up right here. So right here, John Chrysostom. Now, as you see on the screen, um, in the AI overview, John Chrysostom is credited with being one of the first writers to use the Greek phrase ta biblia, meaning the books, to refer to both the Old and New Testament collectively. According to the Bible study tool in Wikipedia, his use of this term appears in his homilies on Matthew, delivered between 386 and 388 CE, also known as AD. So that's where the word or the phrase Bible come from. It means books. Now, what was it known as before it was known as Ta Biblia or the Bible? It was known as the Tanakh. You know, was the word Tanakh is comprised of two Hebrew words of the laws and the prophets, and there you get the word Tanakh. And the Tanakh was given to only who? Israelites. Okay, so now let's go to Psalms 147 and 18. He sent out his word. No. 19, Salakia. He showeth his word unto Jacob. Jacob is interchangeable with Israel. His statute and his judgment unto who? Israel. There you go. So who is Bible for? Israel. Where's the word of the Most High comprised of? The Bible, or the laws of the prophets. Now it reads, he had not dealt so with any nation, and as far for his judgments. Now what's the judgments comprised of? Blessings and curses. Now when we received the covenant was comprised of blessings and curses. It says they have not known them, the nations, praise ye the Lord. Because not only the curses is comprised of the judgment, also the blessings. So the psalmist is praising the Lord for them not being a part of this, not being part of the blessings and all the judgment that comes with it. So now let's go to Joshua 1:8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. The word book again, or the word Bible, means book, because that's what the Bible is comprised of. The law and the prophets is a composition of books that was given to who? The Israelites. So who book this belong to? The Israelites. So again, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written with therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous. So our ways will be prosperous when we keep the laws of the Most High. But that didn't happen because we as a people was insubordinate. So the Most High brought upon us his curses. But we're going to see the other side of the judgment, which is the blessings, when we become perfect, when Yahweh shall return and deliver us and our body be changed. We're going to see the blessings of the law. And then thou shalt have good success. Go to Romans 9. Romans 9:1. I say the truth in Yahweh Shah, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were cursed for Yahushua, for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites. See that? Who are Israelites? To whom pertaineth the adoption? What's the adoption? Yahushua dying on the cross, adopting Israel back to the Most High. That's why Yahushua is known as the King of Peace, because Yahushua brought peace with Israel through his blood and the Most High. And when Yahushua return, he's going to bring peace on the earth, but he's going to start with the elect. He's going to destroy 2/3 of Israel and subdue the nations, and the earth is going to be in peace under the rulership of the Israelites. So the kingdom of heaven is the kingdom of the Israelites, and the Israelites alone. And it says, to whom pertaineth the adoption, Israelites, and the glory, the kingdom, and the covenant, the agreement that was made with the nation of Israel through Moses, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises, who are the fathers, of whom as concerning the flesh Yahushua came, who is over all, God bless forever. Now let's go to Matthew 5:17. It says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, meaning the whole Bible, because the Bible is comprised of what? The laws and the prophets. That's where we get again the term Tanakh. I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill, meaning he comes to fulfill all that was written, because the prophecy of Yahushua was not only written within the prophets, it was also written within the law. For really I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law to all be fulfilled. Now the word there for jot goes back to the Hebrew, the smallest Hebrew letter. It goes back to the smallest letter of the Hebrew alphabet to reference something small. Now it says, whosoever therefore should break one of these least commandments and should teach men so, he should be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever should do and teach them, the same should be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Malachi. I'm not going to make this long. Malachi 3:6. For I am the Lord Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob, Israel, are not consumed. Now the Lord has said from the beginning, Israel is his favorite. That doesn't change, because if that did change, that would not mean that the Lord changed. But the Lord said he changed not. He chose Israel to be a holy nation and remain that way to this day. So it says, I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Verse 7, even from the days of your fathers, ye are gone away from my ordinance, and have not kept them. Return unto me, and I will return unto you, saith the Lord of hosts. But ye said, wherein shall we return? Real quick, let me go to see. Fuck. Bear with me. Here we go. Deuteronomy 7:6. 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord Yahweh, thy God, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people. The thee is talking about Israel, unto himself, above all that are upon the face of the earth. So the Most High hath always chosen Israel, and that's what his Bible is for. you know, and it always remained that way. And he chose them to be above all nations. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's select it. Okay, Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment, even as the Lord my power. It's like you. Read that again. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment, even as the Lord thy power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land where ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom. There you go, wisdom, and your understanding in the sight of the nations. And the statute was found where? In the Bible. And it was only given to Israel. And the Lord had created us to be above all people. So we for us to be an example of wisdom and holiness. And we was representation of the Most High. Now it says, we should I read it again. Keep therefore and do them, and this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which should hear of all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who have the Most High so nigh unto them? Israel. Only Israel is nigh unto the Most High, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for. And what nation is great that have statutes and judgment so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? I think that's it. I will close with Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel should be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. So who's going to be saved in the day of the Lord? Just a future prophecy. Israel, not the other nations. Ye should not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. That's it. You know, it's all about Israel and Israel alone. So hope you learned something, and Lord willing, this was edifying. And I'm going to say, Kohalayim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Ruach Kodash. Shalom.